Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
The film starts with Wade Wilson, Deadpool in a cab, bored in the back seat. He slides up front to chat with the cabbie, Dopinder. Deadpool asks Dopinder about a picture of a girl he has in his car, and Dopinder says she was his girlfriend until he lost her to his cousin. Dopinder then takes Deadpool to the middle of a bridge, and Deadpool stiffs the man for cab fare. Deadpool waits on top of a bridge for his targets, but first addresses the audience, making jokes about fondling Wolverine's balls in order to get his own film. He then notices a fleet of vans approaching and gets inside one of them before kicking the asses of all the thugs in the van, resulting in an accident that kills additional villains. Deadpool's primary objective is Ajax, the man who gave him his powers but also hideously scarred him. The vans all smash to the end of the bridge, where one thug's head is severed with a chain and another is splattered against a highway sign. At Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, Colossus witnesses the pandemonium on the news and summons Negasonic Teenage Warhead to help him capture Deadpool. Deadpool is furious since he forgot his weapon bag and has only 12 shots in his rifle. He counts the number of ammunition he fires at each thug he kills, accidentally missing a few shots. But he manages to kill 3 men with a single round. One final bandit attacks Deadpool with 2 knives, but Deadpool easily skewers him. Deadpool then points out that this is a different type of superhero film, and that we should go back to hear him tell it correctly. Wade Wilson lived in New York City a year ago as a hired mercenary. He accepts a job that requires him to scare a pizza delivery kid into stopping pursuing a girl. When he finishes his job, the girl praises him and names him her hero, which Wade promptly corrects, stating that he is not. Wade visits the tavern where his pal Weasel works. Wade orders a blowjob and has the bartender serve it to a huge thug, claiming it came from another man, resulting in a bar fight where people bet on others to die, known as the Deadpool. At this bar, Wade encounters Vanessa, a prostitute. They bond over their strange, chaotic lifestyles before beginning a sexual relationship that gradually develops into a loving one. Wade is truly happy until he is diagnosed with cancer in his liver, lungs, prostate, and brain. He is more concerned about what will happen to Vanessa than about himself. At the pub, Weasel informs him that a man seated in the corner is looking for him. He is the recruiter, and he informs Wade that he works for a clinic that will not only heal his disease, but also grant him extraordinary abilities. Wade hesitates but accepts the card from the recruiter. Back in the present, Deadpool notices Ajax approaching him on a motorcycle and tosses his katana at him, forcing Ajax to crash. Deadpool impales Ajax with the other blade, but because he is a mutant, the sword does not kill him. Deadpool lowers his mask to reveal his scars, allowing Ajax to recognize him as Wade Wilson. Colossus and Negasonic then appear. Colossus is fed up with Deadpool's antics and attempts to persuade him to join the X-Men, but Deadpool refuses. With his back turned, Ajax flees. Deadpool, enraged, attempts to strike Colossus, but breaks both of his hands and his foot in the process. Colossus shackles Deadpool around the wrists, but Deadpool chooses to cut off his hand and leap into a garbage van, leaving his hand to give Colossus the finger. We return to the past, when Wade decided to be treated for Vanessa, leaving her alone in the middle of the night and never returning. He visits the facility and meets Ajax for the first time, along with his cohort Angel Dust. According to Ajax, in order for Wade's cells to repair, the mutant cells must be activated by exposing him to great stress. Wade is subjected to torture procedures until Ajax informs him that he is being turned into a super slave who will be auctioned off elsewhere. Wade makes fun of Ajax after discovering his real name is Francis. Ajax straps Wade inside a chamber where his oxygen supply is shut off. His skin and face begin to blotch up, leaving him deformed. Ajax opens the chamber and informs Wade that his cancer is gone. Wade headbutts Angel and steals the match she had in her mouth. He fires it and throws it near the oxygen vent, resulting in an explosion in the lab. Ajax goes down to investigate what occurred, and Wade begins to fight him. He has gained strength, but Ajax gains the advantage and impales Wade with a bar, which he leaves bent. Ajax departs as the facility crumbles around Wade. Wade awakens alive but startled by his appearance. He wanders around the streets wearing a hood over his head, but those who see him are disturbed by his appearance. This makes him concerned about what Vanessa will think if she sees him, so he avoids her entirely. Wade pays a visit to Weasel, who is likewise disgusted by his appearance and makes a few sarcastic remarks about him. Weasel advises Wade to construct a costume and mask to conceal himself when he returns to look for Ajax so that he can repair his face. Wade adopts the moniker DEADPOOL and embarks on a crusade to find Ajax, plowing through his goons until he finds him. He finds a recruiter who tells him everything he knows about Ajax's whereabouts before DEADPOOL kills him. Wade has decided to stay with a blind woman named Al. We eventually return to the present day in the film, where DEADPOOL rides the garbage truck back to his and Al's house, and his hand begins to gradually grow back. Ajax and Angel go to Weasel's bar to find DEADPOOL. Angel grabs Weasel's throat, but the other bar patrons turn their guns on her and Ajax. Before leaving, they come across a photo of Wade and Vanessa together. After being told to confront Vanessa himself, Wade goes to the strip club where she works, but is still afraid of her. Vanessa's co-worker informs her that her ex-boyfriend is looking for her out back. She goes outside and assumes it is Wade, but it is Ajax. He and Angel take her. Wade goes out back to look for her, but all he finds is her handbag, indicating that she has been taken. Infuriated, Wade gathers all of his weapons and travels to the X-Mansion to recruit Colossus and Negasonic to assist him in reclaiming Vanessa and stopping Ajax. He then quips that the mansion is so large, but it appears that the studio could only afford 2 X-Men. The mutants board a cab driven by Dopinder to Ajax's location. They hit a bump, and DEADPOOL hears a scream from the trunk. Dopinder admits to kidnapping his cousin. DEADPOOL pretends to be horrified while quietly congratulating Dopinder. The three eventually track Ajax down to a scrapyard. DEADPOOL charges at the goons while Colossus and Negasonic fight Angel. She slams Colossus away, but Negasonic charges at Angel with incredible force. DEADPOOL rips through the goons and uses their corpses to spell out Francis' name, mocking him. He rushes up to the aircraft carrier, where Ajax is keeping Vanessa. He places her in the same chamber where he kept Wade. DEADPOOL and Ajax duel with their blades. Meanwhile, Angel nearly strangles Colossus with a bar, but Negasonic unleashes a powerful blast, knocking Angel off and destroying the carrier. It begins to collapse, bringing down numerous freight containers. Colossus carries Negasonic and Angel to safety, while DEADPOOL ensures Vanessa lands safely. The carrier then comes crashing down. Ajax attacks DEADPOOL again until the latter pins him down. DEADPOOL points his gun at Ajax's head, demanding that he fix his face, but Ajax laughs and says there is no cure for that. DEADPOOL is about to kill Ajax when Colossus steps in and begins to deliver a lengthy speech about the hero's decision to spare his enemy's life. DEADPOOL gets tired of the speech and shoots Ajax in the head, causing Colossus to puke. Afterwards, DEADPOOL confronts Vanessa and apologizes for leaving her. She removes his mask to reveal his face, but he is wearing a cutout of Hugh Jackman. She sees his true face and says she will get used to it. They kiss, and DEADPOOL signs off as the film concludes. After the credits, DEADPOOL appears in his bathrobe and tells the audience to leave, much like Ferris Bueller. However, he returns and says that the studio is attempting to get Cable to appear in a sequel. DEADPOOL walks away, but then pops his head out and says, "Chicka, chicka."
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.